Good morning, good morning. Trying to get this phone to stop swinging. So I'm recording on my new iPhone. I went and bought a new phone yesterday. It was not planned. I went in there to ask T-Mobile a question in regards to they had any promotions going so I could get myself a phone and Chris a phone. Chris don't need a new phone because he has so much space on his phone. Girl. Ooh, thank you, Lord, I saw her. These people flying on these scooters. And I do mean she was flying. She ain't came to no stop or nothing. Scooters are so dangerous. Anywho, she just came flying across. Anyway, so yeah, I went in there to ask them a question, and it ended up getting a new phone. So I got the iPhone Pro Max. I think this is what this is. Yeah. And I needed a new phone because you know, I record on my phone, obviously, you know, for my videos for YouTube, like what I'm doing now. And and I just needed a new phone. That other phone doesn't have a lot of space. In order for me to download, when I upload a video, I had to take all my apps off my video. And I mean, off my phone, in order for my video to export to my photos for me to then upload it to YouTube. It's a whole process that you got to go through. Like, bitch, what lane are you in? She just gonna come on over. It is a lane here. You know that, don't you? Okay, I just want you to know. People are nuts. I'm telling y'all, the people in Chicago drive crazy. Crazy. I don't know what town and what city y'all live in, but they drive crazy in Chicago. Anywho, so what was I saying? Oh, so I had to take all the apps off the phone in order to upload my video. And so what I did yesterday was I got the second tier of storage for my phone, so that I will have plenty of space. Although I'm gonna still delete a lot of stuff out of my phone, and I'm gonna put it over into this app called Dropbox. I don't know if you all ever heard of that app, and it'll just store all your information. So I have Dropbox, which is like a storage, you know, it stores all your stuff that you want to keep, photos or whatever. So yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. I bought me a new phone because I needed it. And so of course, you know, my phone bill is going to increase, but I was trying to buy it outright, but I was waiting on this money to come from my job, and they taking forever. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go on and buy this phone. I was tired of not having enough space on the phone. So that's what I did. I went, and you know, buying a phone now is like a whole process. It's almost like buying a freaking car. Seriously. I mean, it took about 2 hours. I was in there for about 2 hours. It took about 45 minutes to an hour for everything to process over from my old phone over to the new phone. It's a process. It really, really is a process. But I have been wanting a new phone for the longest, and I finally got one. So thank God. Thank God. Thank God. It's a beautiful. Well, something's going on. Hold on. Oh, it's a fire truck. So I want to talk about this topic real quick. So I'm sure many of you by now have heard the story of Keke Palmer. Oh boy, is it a car accident? Oh, it's just moving over. It might be a car accident. Lord Jesus. Oh, it is a car accident. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Hold on, y'all. I might be late today, for real, for real. Does it look like it's a car accident up here? That's why the fire truck was coming on the Lakeshore Drive. That's because this what happened. This what happened to me. People in this city, I'm telling you, they drive recklessly on these streets. And it has gotten worse since we had the pandemic. You know, since the pandemic, people run stoplights. They run stop signs. They will cut you off. They will, I mean, they don't care. They just don't care. It has gotten worse here in Chicago. It has gotten worse. But I don't know, y'all. I guess I'll see when I get up here what's going on. So anywho, what I wanted to say was that I know most of you all have heard about Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, and you all have heard about the outfit that she wore to the Usher concert in Vegas. You know, Usher has a residency in Vegas, which I would love to go see him. Sidebar. But it's a lot of heat about that. And part of it is in regards to what she wore to the concert. So she wore this, if you haven't seen it, she wore this very sheer dress, and she had on a thong, and I do mean all her ass was out. Okay, the dress was cute. It was sheer. She had maybe like some type of leotard on, or type of bodysuit or something. You know, maybe it would not have been so bad. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, we got to get over. But, no pun intended. But all her ass was hanging out. And I do mean all her ass was hanging out. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And so she's up on stage with Usher, and they're dancing and everything, you know, having a good time. And she just recently had a child. And it was quite revealing. It looked like something that she should have had on in the bedroom for her man. and no other man's eyes to see. But she was at this concert. So her boyfriend had an issue with it, and because it was all on social media, he then got on social media and he said that, you know, it was disrespectful as the father of her child, of their child, and that, you know, I guess I'm assuming that they live together. I'm assuming, I don't know. You know, that he found it to be very disrespectful, and he did not appreciate her being on social media and at this concert with all her ass hanging out. And of course, they have a picture of Usher, like, you know, checking her out. I have an issue with the whole thing, not with so much with how I feel about Keke Palmer, because I like her. I've always liked her. I've always loved her personality. I always thought that she was a good actor. When she was in Akeelah and the Bee, that's the first real major role, first movie that really blew her up. She's a sweetheart. I believe she's from Chicago. I just always have liked her. And I was just really shocked to see her so exposed. Okay? I was really shocked. I was shocked. I'm like, what's going on? Because Ciara has did it, the singer. Gabrielle Union has displayed her everything recently, and so has Taraji P. Henson. So my question is, why? What's the reason? And all of these women, besides Taraji, who I do believe was engaged but called her engagement off, all of these women are married or in a relationship. Ciara's married. Gabrielle Union is married. Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, you know, are in a relationship, and they just recently had a child. I'm going to say this. Your self-worth has to come from within, okay? Whether your boyfriend or your husband doesn't want you to dress a certain way, that has to start with you first. And then secondly, when you become a married woman, I'm just going to talk about a married woman. When you become a married woman and your husband is the head of you and your family, it's not about him trying to control the dynamics or him trying to control you or you know, say to you what you can and cannot do. But being in a relationship with somebody, what that means is that you have to take the other person's feelings into consideration. Always. Not when you want to, not sometimes, not here and there, not maybe. When you are in a relationship, you have to take a person's feelings into consideration all the time, because it's no longer just about you, because you are no longer one, meaning single. You are no longer just one person. You are no longer just single. You are now joined to somebody else who is sharing in your life. And so if I was to get married, I'm just going to give you all a perfect example. If right now today I was in a relationship and my soon-to-be husband proposed to me, and we decided that we were going to get married, and let's just say he knew about my OnlyFans account, right? If my husband said to me, Listen, I know you enjoy OnlyFans. I know you enjoy doing it. But I am not comfortable with all of these men all over the world being subscribed to your OnlyFans account and seeing you with a string up your butt. That's my ass now. That's my ass. I married you. And you belong to me as I belong to you. Right? Stick with me before y'all get in y'all feelings. When you get married, you just don't belong to yourself anymore. You belong to somebody else. When you stand before man and God and say those vows, that is a covenant between you, your spouse, and God. And everybody else there is just witnesses to this union happening. We have to take in consideration that when we decide to get married, not boyfriend and girlfriend, not living together, married, we have to realize that it is no longer just about I and what I want to do and how I want to do it. That doesn't mean you have to give up everything that you enjoy. That's not what that means. It doesn't mean that you have to give up everything, or that he then becomes the ruler of you and he controls your life. And okay, where is this accident going? I don't understand. That he controls your life and that he makes all of the decisions concerning you. But if in fact he is not comfortable with what you are doing and it makes him uncomfortable, you as his wife should honor and respect that and stop doing it. And if I had if my husband knew that I had an OnlyFans account and he wanted, now I said husband, okay, because this is how I feel about being in a relationship. We are in a relationship. You don't pay my bills. We haven't joined no money together. You not providing the same type of source of income for me as you would if we were to be married. So if this is extra income for me to feed me and my child, or to pay my mortgage, or pay my rent, or pay my car note, or whatever, and I'm not coming to you for it, how dare you tell me what I can do? Because you're just a boyfriend. You have not solidified anything in terms of let's get married. So with that being said, something in the street. With that being said, I don't feel as if I should give up my life and what I'm doing. Because if I'm taking care of me and my household, why should I then have to give up what is providing income for me? Nobody wants to let you over. They see it's an accident. It's about to be another one. Thank you. But when you become married and he becomes the head of that house, that household, when you become married and he is the soul, and he is providing, and he is giving or putting money into that household, when he's putting money into that household and he's saying, listen, I know this is extra income for you, but I'm here now. I'm here to provide that income, that other source of income. I'm here. Why do you, thank you, Jesus, we got past that. Pray for those people that was in that accident, Lord Jesus. But I'm here, and I'm here to provide that source of income. Then with that being said, you need to give that up. You need to give it up. Because now you're married. And so that money that extra money that you needed, you should not need that. If you have a husband who is providing that income to outsource what you were making from OnlyFans. Are y'all with me? But I'm talking about married folk. I ain't talking about people in no relationship. Because as far as I'm concerned, you and I are in a relationship. You have not put a ring on my finger. You have not solidified this relationship. You have not asked me to be your wife. You have not asked me to be yours and yours alone. So you cannot demand anything from me or ask me to give up a source of income when you are not here to provide that. Come on, somebody. But it changes when you become married and when you become one. And when he is the provider of that house. So I hear a lot of ladies, a lot of women say, oh, I ain't going to stop doing this. I ain't going to stop doing that. But if you're not willing to stop or willing to give that up because you're getting ready to get married, don't get married. I'm going to say it for the people in the back. Don't get married. Come on, if you get on here, come on. You think we got all day? Don't get married. Because marriage is about not only sacrifice, but marriage is about I belong to you and you belong to me. That doesn't mean that I get to control every dynamic of the relationship. That doesn't mean that I get to control you and that I tell you this, that, tell you to stop doing this and stop doing that. I can only tell you what makes me uncomfortable and what I want and need from you. But I can't demand it, but I certainly can ask you if it makes me feel uncomfortable. So in the case of Keke Palmer, I understand how he felt as her man. And I understand how she felt that she didn't do anything wrong. Because let's look at the whole dynamic of their relationship. They have a child out of wedlock. They're not married. He did not ask her to become his wife before he asked her or before she became the mother of his child. What men need to understand is this, and I'm not saying she was right for wearing what she wore, knowing that she does, and she's in a relationship, she does have a man at home. But what men need to understand is it goes back to the Beyonce song. If you want it, put a ring on it. Because without putting a ring on it, it don't really belong to you. It's like buying a car. That car can sit in the showroom and it can look beautiful and shiny and glistening. But it ain't yours until you buy it. And until the keys are in your hand and you drive off the showroom with it. It ain't yours until you buy it. So if you want a woman to be that woman, you have to be that man and marry her. Because the relationship, first of all, is all out of order. And I'm not judging. Because I have a child out of wedlock. So I'm not judging. However, do have a child. You have a child by a man who's not your husband. And I don't understand why he ain't your husband. Because he need to be. Because you all do have a child. But she should have taken into consideration, first of all, her own self-worth. Why do you need to show all of that? And you are in a relationship. Why do any woman who is in a relationship or not in a relationship feel the need to show her naked, bare ass to the world? Why? I don't understand Gabrielle Union. I don't understand Ciara. I don't understand anybody, any woman, married or unmarried, just being a woman, period. Why does, if they had an OnlyFans account and they wore that, I could understand that. If they had a Patreon account and they had that on, I could understand that. But you coming out to the world, I don't know why this phone dimmed down. You coming out to the world with all of this exposed. Why? Why is it necessary? What is this trend of we're going to wear sheer clothing with thongs up our ass? Why don't you just come out and be naked? Because what Ciara had on the war show, she should have, and I love her. Beautiful, talented, but I wasn't down for that. I wasn't down for that at all. And you all know that I do tons of lingerie videos. You all know that I've gotten on camera, on my YouTube channel, talking about thongs. I've done lingerie, okay? I have an OnlyFans account. That's what I do. But it's private. It's not out here for everybody. I wouldn't go to a award show or somewhere and be dressed like that. I just wouldn't. It's just, I don't understand what the trend is. I don't understand what the new trend is. I don't understand why it's necessary to have all of that exposed. I don't get it. So maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I've heard that this new trend. I don't know. But I think that we have to be mindful of the other person. And we have to be considerate of the other person that we are involved with. Being in a relationship with somebody, I'm not saying don't be considerate of them. That's not what I'm saying. But it's different when you're in a relationship and when you marry. Because when you're in a relationship, that's a relationship. There's no guarantee that relationship is going to last. There's no guarantee that y'all going to be together the next month or the next year. But marriage is a whole different story. I personally would not have worn what any of them wore, whether I was in a relationship or not. I would not have. Okay? Because I don't wear, I just think that it's just ridiculous. I thought it was too much. It was too much. It was too revealing. It was not necessary. And what are you trying to prove? Because you don't need to do that. You shouldn't have anything at this point to prove. What are you trying to prove? I just think that we need to go back to the old time way. Even though they weren't in church, but we need to go back to when the mothers of the church, and they could be mean, but they told you the truth. Lower your skirt. Take that off. I remember an older woman once told me, she said, when you get a husband, she said, your skirt should come on, that skirt should come down. She said that skirt should come to the knee or below the knee. She said, because when you get married, just your clothes need to come, your clothes need to come down, because no man needs to be looking up at what's up under there that belongs to your husband. That's what an older woman told me. She said when you're single and when you wearing these short skirts, she said most women doing that because they want a man to look up there or look at them because they trying to, get a man. But once you get a man, it needs to come down. The curtain need to the curtain need to be closed, because your body belongs to him. You lay next to this person every night. You making love to this man. You sharing intimacy. I'm talking about sex, I'm talking about intimacy. Where you hugging and you cuddling and you doing those things. That's your husband's. No other man should see what belongs to your husband. It's his. No other man should be looking up there where it belongs to your man, your husband. If you ain't got a husband and you want a man to look all up your twat and all in between your ass, then guess what? You can do that. And you know why you can do that? Because you don't belong to nobody. You only belong to you. We have to remember to be accountable for what we do. Oh, this is tight. This is tight. Can I get in here? Come on, Sherelle. Get in here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get up in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go down here and park. This is so tight. I'm just gonna go down here and park. I don't feel like struggling. I didn't want to come all the way down here, but that spot is just too tight. Anywho, so we just have to keep that in. I mean, women need to think about that. Need to think about that, because you belong to somebody else. You don't belong to yourself anymore. So you guys, I am going to get off of here. I made it. I'm late because of the accident. But because I'm late, do want to come back and talk about this more, but I'm just gonna say this is my tea about it. Women, careful how you present yourself to the rest of the world. Okay? All right, y'all, let me go. Y'all have a good, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. All right? Bye.